Wawawiwa. Hello everybody. It's Midlife Time Crisis, and we've got another demo that we're going to showcase today. And it is a demo for a game called Psycho Dead. I think it looks pretty obvious that this game is... You get pretty much Resident Evil vibes. But a unique feature of this is I think you're going to get Control vibes. If you know the game by Remedy Studios called Control... It's not the type of Metroidvania action adventure type of game. It's still very much a survival horror experience, but with just a couple of themes that sort of give you pretty much a mismatch of the both games. So you've got the psychic powers, and then actually I don't believe Control is a very, very big influence in this game. I think it's just because of the psychic powers. I think the most accurate description is that it's sort of like Stranger Things mixed in with Resident Evil. I think that's pretty much the best one because it's an experiment by a clandestine organization. It's not government related at all, I don't think. That's where the Resident Evil sort of influences are. I mean, it's instead of a pharmaceutical company, it's actually I can't remember fully, but it's a company that started to delve into bioweapons. So in this case, their bioweaponry consists of, making psychic soldiers or experimenting with particular cells and see what they do to, to human hosts, so to speak. So, this game sort of gave me a lot of really good vibes. The graphics look like they're about 10 years old, to tell you the truth, when you see the game. That's not a bad thing at all. I think it's a plus. Graphics are great, but I don't really judge a game too much based on its graphic fidelity. Usually, the gameplay is king above all. So, of course, one of the biggest influences for me to try this game out is that look, if you're gonna ask me what type of superpower I want, I got many on my list, but one that always has a fantastic spot in my heart is having psychic psionic abilities. So that's what drew me to Control first off. Just playing around with how they would use that in a gameplay action adventure sense. And in this sort of game, because it's a survival horror, I just want to see what they use the psychic powers for, or how they would use it. And what I mean by that is how they would use it in a survival horror context. So of course you can make horror games and put a little bit of action there, plus, add a superpower. You can do it. Fear is probably a good example. I remember seeing the trailer and then the bullet time effects was like, and I was just thinking to myself, is this meant to be a horror game? Is this just an action title? Either or, I'm still going to play it. So, it delivered for sure. It definitely did deliver. So I know that you can create a horror title, and then you can put some supernatural ability there that seems overpowered, but is balanced enough. So in that sort of context, Psycho Dead can definitely be a game where, look, you just don't overpower the character. That's what I'm expecting. Like, I'm expecting my main character, my protagonist, to not be so overpowered. It's balanced. Being a survival horror, there's some usual tropes that you would run into. None of them are bad. They're just what you expect, and that makes you want to play survival horror games. But look, that's pretty much what I'm after. I'm very easy to please. It's really got a great synopsis, a great concept, great idea, and then I'm just waiting to see what it delivers. So without further ado, here we go.
How is she?
Not good. She's lost a lot of blood. Her pulse is weakening.
Get her into the recovery chamber now.
But we can't guarantee she'll make it through.
Do we have any other choice?
How could this happen? This is all on you, Rose. You're the one who taught these kids about the outside world.
They're human beings, Victor. I can't just raise them like lab animals.
Do you realize how much this incident has cost the company? Elixir is one of our most promising assets. The board will not be pleased about this.
That's exactly why we can't afford to lose her.
This is too risky. The recovery recovery process will take time. She could lose her memory, or worst case, never wake up again.
I believe she'll come back. Traditional treatments wouldn't save her anyway. Isn't this still better than losing one of Project Regalia?
Oh, fine. Only because your work has been invaluable to Atlas Group. I'll trust your decision this time.
Thank you, sir. Sweet dreams, Elixir. Rest well.
Elixia, it's me, Rose. I know you're probably confused, but I don't have time to explain. Something horrible is happening here. You need to find me in the control room. It's not far from where you are.
What? What's going on? Why can't I remember anything? Where am I? Is this report about me? System locked. Hello? Is anyone there? System locked. System locked. System locked. System locked. System locked. System locked. What happened here? Why are there so many bodies? did they do to me?
System locked. System locked.
What is this? What is really happening here? I can use powers too?
System locked.
was that thing?
System locked. System locked.
Freeze! Don't move! Who are you?
Wait, please! Don't shoot! I don't know what's going on here.
What's your name?
I'm Elixia. I can't remember much of anything.
White hair, red eyes. Yeah, it's definitely her. Alpha Team, we've located subject R08. Roger that. We'll secure her now.
What? Where are you taking me?
Listen, girl, we're not here to... What the hell is that thing?
Maybe I can squeeze into this air vent. That was close.
System locked.
What's that? Don't tell me. It's going to shoot! A pistol? Maybe I can use this, just in case I can't rely on my powers.
Access denied.
Oh my god. What is that thing? Why does it look like me?
Elixia!
Dr. Rose! Stay back. I think I can destroy this door. Why isn't this working?
This door's reinforced against compression. You've just woken up. Your powers might not be at full strength yet.
What's going on? My memories, they're all mixed up.
What do you remember?
Not much. I remember being hurt really badly and brought for treatment.
Maybe it's a good thing that you don't remember. What matters is that you're safe now.
Where am I? And what happened here? I've been encountering those creatures.
I know you must have a lot of questions. Right now, this place is swarming with creatures. We need to get out of here together. But we'll have to rely on your powers.
I'm so confused.
Once we're out of here, I promise to explain everything you want to know. But first, you need to change. There's a locker with clothes right next to you.
Dr. Rose, how are we supposed to open this door?
The only way out of this lab floor is through this door. But to unlock it, we'll need both the red key and the blue key. They're stored in separate safes, which can only be accessed with my key card to reveal the lock code. I left a spare key card in my office. It's not far from here.
Understood. I'll find a way. Dr. Rose, I was chased by some kind of creature. It had something like a chainsaw attached to its arm. What is that thing?
That thing is a result of the horrors they created here. We call it the Ripper. It's only a prototype, but it's an extremely lethal killing machine. Watch your back, Elixia. It's still out there somewhere.
Okay, I'll be careful.
Do you have both keys?
Not yet.
Both keys are stored in the safe. You'll need my spare key card to reveal the lock code. I left a spare key card in my office. It's not far from here. Both keys are stored in separate safes on the left and right wing lower floors of this section.
Got it.
Do you have both?
Not yet.
I book.
This must be Dr. Rose's office. Whoa, Dr. Rose won this many awards? What level of genius does it take to achieve that?
Atlas Group, the world's largest war weapons manufacturer, has developed a bioweapons division that has crossed a dangerous new threshold. A new generation of bioweapons is escalating the current war to crisis levels. These weapons spread rapidly, are nearly impossible to contain, and mutate to resist treatment. Casualties are mounting quickly among both military personnel and civilians. The United Nations has issued an urgent statement demanding the immediate cessation of their use, while multiple nations scramble to develop defense systems. Experts warn this could spiral into a global catastrophe without swift and decisive intervention.
safe holding the key. Dr. Rose, I was chased by some kind of creature. It had something like a chainsaw attached.
It what?
Okay.
That's both keys.
Time to head back to Dr. Rose. I need to get to the other elevator.
did it. Now let's get out of here.
Dr. Rose, have I had these powers since I was born?
Yes. The power within you is extraordinary. Not everyone has power like you, Elixia.
I'm not sure if I should be happy about that.
Damn it! Victor's still watching us.
Dr. Rose, what's going on?
Hello, Elixia. Did you sleep well? It must have been quite a long rest, hasn't it?
Dun dun dun! Thank you for playing. That was Psycho Dead. Look, that was a great experience. That was fantastic. It pretty much delivered exactly what I was expecting, to tell you the truth. I mean, sometimes predictability is not I keep on saying it like a bad thing, but look, routines are not bad, predictability is not bad. I mean, the story-wise, I wasn't expecting too much, even though it's got a great concept that I don't think is replicated much or elsewhere, as in like a survival horror with psychic powers sort of mixed massed together. The story is very Resident Evil flair. There's nothing to, it's not gonna. I don't think it's going to sort of branch out in a convoluted way at all. Well, look, maybe I'll be surprised. Who knows? But at least this demo doesn't display much than what I was expecting story-wise. But look, apart from that, it sort of delivered in terms of like the balance that I was hoping the game would sort of set. So your main character, of course, is Elixia. That's where 11 from Stranger Things, that sort of vibe I got before I played the game. And look, it was there. I mean, the trailer, you see like a young lady, a young woman, or a young girl, or a little girl with psychic powers. And I mean, like our pop culture at the moment, you synonymously sort of associate them with 11 from Stranger Things, in my opinion. You really do. Especially, actually, not only if you put in the context of, they're sort of raised in a government facility, or raised in a secret facility that was sort of training, bioweapons or super soldiers. It really is ingrained in our pop culture. You can't get rid of it. And look, the psychic powers, you only get 4, it seems, but that's great. Like, that's the balance. I think having too much, like things like you can control the minds of the enemies, the mutants, it could probably be a really good ability. But I think going too far off and adding a little bit and having too much, like how Control had a really great set of powers, but worked well with it because it's an action adventure title. For a horror title, you want to strip it down a lot, and only have the most bare bones, so to speak, that you would expect that psychic, ability users, psychic wielders would have. So things like, the force push, force pull. It seems to only work, of course, with, environmental objects. You can't really force push or force pull enemies. It's a bit of a shame, but that's okay. Again, that's balanced. That Yu Yu Hakusho spirit gun ability that was on button number 2. I was just having way too much fun with that when I sort of realized, you know what? I keep forgetting that I have powers. Let me just use them. So that was pretty cool. I'm just gonna just rave on about powers because I really do enjoy them. That shield ability probably didn't use it as well as I would hope, and definitely that crush ability. I don't know where else I could use it. I didn't experiment to see whether I can crush enemies, but I think that would make that ability way too overpowered. So maybe in the actual full game, you get to see that crush ability. Maybe it's only meant to be used in the environment. Who knows? But hey, that's Psycho Dead. That's my playthrough of the demo. Let me know what you guys think. But that was a fantastic game. Can't wait for it to be released. So that's it. There isn't any more. Thank you everybody for tuning in towards the end. We really do appreciate it. Peace out.